Yo, what's going on, guys? Nemesis Gaming here today, and today I'm gonna be discussing about the NFL playoffs, what's been going on in the NFL playoffs, and who do I expect to win the Super Bowl. Now, first I'm gonna talk about my bracket. My bracket kind of got destroyed this past week. Um, so as most of you guys know, I didn't really post my bracket on social media because it was kind of biased towards a lot of teams. But we're gonna talk about the wild card, firstly. So I had New England over the Titans. I just didn't really think the Titans, who were 9-7, could go into Foxborough and take on Tom Brady, but they did. They played a great football team, and they just ended up pulling through in the final seconds, basically. So yeah, then we're gonna go to Buffalo and Houston. I had Houston winning this game. There's no way I think Buffalo could beat Houston at Houston. There's just no chance. So I got that one right. I had New Orleans over the Vikings, because I didn't really think a 6 seed could beat the Saints, and they completely dominated the Saints. The Saints couldn't run the ball. They really did nothing on offense until the final quarter, basically the fourth quarter. Really, the Saints, they don't have any defense, and they just have Taysom Hill on offense. That's all they have. No offense to my Saints fans, but that was disgusting. Then Seahawks and Eagles. You guys know I'm a Seahawks fan, so I had the Seahawks over the Eagles. And of course, they came through with the W. So now we're going to go into the divisional playoffs and talk about, the four matchups we have and who do I expect to be in the NFC Championship game and the AFC Championship game. Tennessee and Baltimore. Baltimore went 14-2 and Tennessee went 9-7. I know Tennessee came into New England and beat New England, but can they come into Baltimore and beat the Ravens? And in my opinion, I think so. I have the Titans winning this game. And you're like, you're crazy, man. But Lamar Jackson, you guys remember last year against the Chargers? He absolutely choked against the Chargers. I think he's going to choke again against the Titans. The Titans, they got a good offense. They got Derrick Henry and A.J. Brown, who's been killing it all season. And that defense, respectively, is a top 10 defense. And I think they're going to light up Lamar. They're going to figure it out. Figure a way to stop them, and the Ravens, they're going to go down. Next, we have Houston and Kansas City. Houston beat Kansas City earlier in the season, so that may be a possibility, but I think this is going to be a different story. Mahomes is going to figure it out, and they're going to come through. They're going to just dominate that poor Texans defense. I know J.J. Watt's coming back, but I don't think he's going to be a factor in this game at all. Deshaun Watson, He's gonna score some points. It's gonna be a high scoring game, but the Chiefs are just gonna blow their way through. And I have the Chiefs and the Titans in the AFC Championship game. Now on to the divisional round in the NFC. You have the Vikings and the 49ers. I got the 49ers winning this one. I don't really think the Vikings can make it past that 49ers team. That defense is on a whole other level, and the offense itself is on a whole other level. And then in a divisional round, on the other side, you got the Seahawks and the Packers. Now, realistically, I think the Seahawks are going to win this game. Now, hear me out. The Seahawks beat the Eagles 17-9 earlier in the season, and they even beat them in the playoffs. The Seahawks were a really good football team, and they probably would have got first seed in the NFC if it didn't come down to their injuries. I really think they can go into Green Bay, shut down Aaron Rodgers if they get the pass rush going and beat Aaron Rodgers. It's going to be a close game, no doubt. But I really have Seattle winning this game. If Russell Wilson could take over like how he did against Philly, they're going to win this game easily. So I have Seattle, San Francisco in the NFC Championship, a rematch. Tennessee and Kansas City in the AFC Championship. Now let's discuss about the AFC Championship. Kansas City, they're going to beat the Titans. Kansas City just gonna go all over them. They're gonna win. They're gonna go on. They're gonna get their ticket to the Super Bowl. And then in the NFC Championship, you have Seattle and San Francisco, a third matchup. Battle of the NFC West, basically. Battle for the Super Bowl. Basically bragging rights. I don't think Seattle's gonna pull through. I think San Francisco, they're gonna shut down Russell Wilson like how they did that first time they played, and they're going to punch their ticket into the Super Bowl. We're going to have a Kansas City and San Francisco 49ers Super Bowl, and I have the Niners winning the Super Bowl. I'd say 24-21. That defense is just on a whole other level. When you have defense, it can take you a long way in any situation. Football, basketball, any sport. If you have a good defense, it will take you a long way. Just look at the 2013 Seahawks, 2000 Baltimore Ravens. Even the Patriots this year, that offense was horrendous, but that defense carried them. So yeah, San Francisco, in my opinion, is going to win the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs. Now those are my predictions. Now I'm going to talk about the wild card games. Tennessee and New England. It's just really New England. They didn't show up. I guess because they just had a lot of pressure since they were the third seed and they were expecting to get the second seed. Hoping they get that first round bye. I mean, this is just crazy. I really didn't think New England was going to lose this. I mean, Tom Brady, he's getting old. You can only do so much at, 41 years old. He can't carry that team like he used to. So Tennessee, they took advantage, of their poor rushing attack and their poor passing attack. And, they just pounced on Tom Brady. And Tom Brady and that Patriots team couldn't do nothing about it. Now, Buffalo and the Houston Texans. Buffalo, y'all continue to amaze me. You were up 16-0 against the Texans at their home turf, and you guys blew it. It was just terrible. I don't really know what to say about that game. It's just Buffalo. Y'all still suck. That's the only way to put it. Y'all aren't gonna win nothing for another 30 years, maybe an eternity. It's just like y'all went to 4 straight Super Bowls, lost all 4 of them, and y'all go to the playoffs and get up 16-0 and blow it. That's just stupid in my opinion. Vikings and the Saints. The Saints, y'all are trash. I know y'all won 13-3, but come on, man. Taysom Hill's not gonna carry y'all in football games. Drew Brees is horrible. I mean, I didn't really think he was gonna dumb out like that in the playoffs, especially in New Orleans. The Vikings, that defensive line is a threat to say the least, and they just dominated that poor Saints O-line. I mean, the Saints, they didn't even run the ball. They ran the ball 10 times entering the third quarter. I mean, if you want to win football games, you gotta run the ball and control the clock. But they were just passing. I mean, Michael Thomas, yeah, he's a great receiver, led the league in receptions, broke the reception record. But I mean, he's not gonna carry you to a Super Bowl. It just doesn't work like that. Football is a team sport, And then Seattle and Philly. It's the same score as the first time we played them. But I like the way we played Seattle. We didn't have any turnovers offensively, and I don't even think we forced any turnovers defensively. We got 3 crucial 4th down stops, I believe. One of our field goals got blocked, so it could have been 20-9. DK Metcalf came to play. I didn't really expect DK Metcalf to go off since he had a quiet rookie season. Still had 900 receiving yards and 8 touchdowns, I believe, but he dominated that game. Without DK Metcalf, I don't think we'd move on to the second round. Yeah, and that's really all I had, guys. That was my playoff predictions and what I thought about these playoff games. I'm going to bring y'all more videos for these 2020 playoffs, and I'm going to head out, guys.